do you think Mayweather actually executed the game plan that he went into to perfection, or was using that as a cover after the fight for having a tougher time with McGregor than anyone he expected?
Well, he kind of admitted that McGregor was a little better than he thought. He said that at the press conference. He said he was better than he thought, and he actually said his dad, in laying out his Floyd Mayweather Sr., and he, in laying out the game plan, thought they would be able to get to that result a little quicker than they did. Clearly, and I put this in the keys to victory at the beginning, he wanted to take him, and we talked about it, he wanted to take him into deep water and take McGregor where he'd never been, which is past 25 minutes of actual time in combat, which is how the longest he's been only once in an MMA match. So clearly that was the plan. It did go according to the way he wanted it to, but along the way, a couple of unmistakable facts. Conor McGregor was able to get a little bit more done than I think anybody thought he was. He landed about 111 punches, which is more than almost all Mayweather opponents do during that period of time. So part of that, however, was due to the fact that Mayweather fought a different kind of fight. He was a stalker, which he's never really been that. So that left him open more to getting hit. So it was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of Mayweather having a little bit more of a problem than he thought, and him getting the job done with the plan they put forth.
So how do you think McGregor did on Saturday night, Al?
I thought he did pretty well. You know, some of the boxing fans, you'll find this shocking, but sometimes on Twitter, people are critical of you. You know, I that's a shocker, isn't it? But some of the boxing fans think I was too nice to Conor McGregor and gave him too much credit. But I thought he did a fairly good job, all things considered. He demonstrated that as a boxer, his power is not there. He throws a lot of arm punches. Strangely enough, he throws with more power to the body than the head. Sometimes people do pronate their punches better to the body and get more leverage in them. But I thought generally he did fairly well, given the fact that some people thought he wasn't going to land a punch or go 5 rounds.
Al Bernstein joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. Did you agree with the stoppage of the fight?
Yeah, I thought that was appropriate. I think at that juncture, he hadn't thrown a punch in over a minute. He was getting hit with big punches. He showed his grittiness and toughness and his resiliency, which we knew he had. And he's in a very tough sport in mixed martial arts. And while he's been submitted 3 times, he's never been knocked out. So we knew he was resilient, and he showed that. But I don't think you can criticize referee Bird for that. And I'll tell you something else. The referee was very patient with McGregor early in the fight. McGregor kind of reflexively, remember, he was doing those hammer punches,
yep,
which you can do in on the top of Mayweather's head because Mayweather was following his head down. You can do that in MMA. You can't do it in boxing. I thought Bird could have even taken a point away, and he didn't do that.
Well, I'm wondering if the judges did take points away, because you take a look at the cards, Al. 2 of the 3 judges had Mayweather taking 2 of the first 3 rounds of the fight.
Yeah, that I do not understand. I honestly, listen, the sheer numbers, and I know it's not all done, but our show stats numbers, I mean, in a couple of those rounds, Mayweather threw under 10 punches. And I just don't know how a judge could have given any of the first 3 rounds to Floyd Mayweather, let alone 2 of those rounds. So that is a puzzlement to me. I think he won the first 3 rounds, maybe won 1 more round along the way. Steve Farhood, our unofficial scorer, did have him winning 1 more round. Clearly the fight, though, by the time we got into round 7 and 8, the fight was going Mayweather's way.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you liked some of that, get some more of that on the Rich Eisen Show app. Follow all the information you see right here on the Rich Eisen Show.